Your gut bacteria are eating you alive right now, not a metaphor. Actual, measurable, biological self-destruction. And here's the part that'll really irritate you. The cause isn't donuts or skipping the gym. It's your snacking habit, your midnight pasta, the detox tea you bought because someone with abs told you to. Your gut is a sophisticated self-cleaning system, and you've been jamming the gears with the best intentions. Today, Dr. Body is giving you 5 mechanisms, backed by real research, to stop sabotaging the machine and finally let it run. Let's start with the most important cleaner your body has, and the one wellness influencers have completely ignored. It's called the migrating motor complex, the MMC. Think of it as your intestine's janitorial night crew. Here's what most people get wrong about digestion. They treat the gut like a conveyor belt. Food goes in, stuff comes out, machine runs 24/7. Wrong. Your small intestine has 2 completely separate modes, eating mode and cleaning mode. And the crucial part? They cannot run simultaneously. It's like trying to mop the floor while 100 people are still walking on it. Nothing gets clean. Cleaning mode, the MMC, only activates once your stomach has been empty for roughly 90 minutes. Then it launches a powerful sweeping wave through the small intestine, pushing undigested debris into the colon where it belongs. The whole cycle takes another 90 minutes. That's nearly 3 hours of empty stomach time required for one full clean. Now here's where modern life destroys this. You eat breakfast, then a healthy granola bar, then lunch, then a matcha latte with oat milk, then a snack because you're stressed, then dinner. The MMC never gets its shift. Bacteria stagnate in the small intestine. Fermentation happens where it shouldn't. You bloat. You fog. You feel like your brain is running on dial-up. You've probably heard your stomach growl and assumed you were hungry. Often, that's not hunger. That's the street sweeper working. Your body's literally running diagnostics. You're just trying to interrupt it with almonds. The fix is embarrassingly simple. Space your meals 4 to 5 hours apart. No snacking in between. Give the crew the empty street they need. Let the machine clean itself. Now that we understand the gut needs time to clean, let's look at the residents living inside it. You are hosting roughly 38 trillion bacteria in your gut right now. As a skeleton, I have 0 of them, which is why I'm so irritable. But for you, these bacteria are less like enemies and more like the soil in a garden. Healthy soil means healthy plants. Dead soil means nothing grows. Here's where most people make their first expensive mistake. They buy a generic probiotic capsule and assume they've fixed their microbiome. That's like scattering seeds onto concrete and expecting a forest. If the environment isn't right, nothing survives. What these bacteria actually need is dietary diversity, not volume, variety. The American Gut Project, one of the largest microbiome studies ever conducted, found a single powerful predictor of gut health: the number of different plant species consumed per week. Their sweet spot? 30 different plants, not 30 pounds of broccoli. 30 different species. Herbs count, spices count, seeds count. A pinch of cumin, a handful of walnuts, some black beans. That's already 3. The point is that different bacteria eat different fibers. Some thrive on onion fiber, others want walnuts, others need the compounds in raspberries. If you only eat kale every day, you're running a very exclusive restaurant for a very small crowd, and everyone else in your gut ecosystem starves. When the good bacteria starve, the bad ones take over. When the bad ones win, inflammation rises. When inflammation rises, brain fog, fatigue, and the kind of bloating that makes you question your wardrobe choices. Widen your plate. Protect your garden. Your gut doesn't work at the same speed all day. This is where most people, even people who eat well, leave serious health on the table. Think of your digestion as a factory with a day shift and a night shift. The day crew is fully staffed, enzymes primed, insulin sensitivity sharp, motility strong. The night crew is 3 tired people trying to do the same job with half the equipment. When you eat a large meal at 9 or 10 p.m., you're dumping a full factory order onto the skeleton crew. The food sits longer, blood sugar stays elevated longer, fat storage increases, and your body, which should be using nighttime energy for cellular repair and gut lining regeneration, is stuck processing a steak. There's also a direct link between your gut bacteria and your sleep chemistry. Certain bacteria help produce serotonin and melatonin, the chemicals that regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Disrupt their schedule with late-night eating, and they disrupt yours right back. Bad sleep leads to sugar cravings, leads to worse gut health, leads to worse sleep. A cycle that most people never identify as digestive. The intervention is time-restricted eating. Not starvation, not caloric restriction, just confining your eating window to 10 to 12 hours. Eat between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. That's it. Let your gut rest, repair, and reset overnight. Align with the clock your biology actually runs on. You can eat a perfectly diverse diet, space every meal perfectly, and still have garbage digestion if this wire is frayed. The vagus nerve is a physical cable connecting your brain to your gut, and it has one fundamental rule. You cannot digest properly while your nervous system thinks you're being chased by a predator. Fight or flight mode shunts blood away from your digestive tract toward your muscles. Stomach acid drops, gut motility slows, food stagnates and ferments. You feel bloated and sluggish, not because you ate poorly, but because you ate while answering a stressful email. Digestion begins in the brain, not the stomach. This is physiology, not philosophy. The fix takes 30 seconds. Before your first bite, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Exhale longer than you inhale. This directly stimulates the vagus nerve and signals your nervous system. We are not being hunted. We can digest now. Power comes back on. Enzymes activate. The whole system shifts into rest and digest mode. 30 seconds. Every single meal. The return on that investment is massive. Here's where we talk about subtraction. Because in biology, what you remove is often more powerful than what you add. Most gut protocols focus entirely on addition. More probiotics, more fiber, more supplements. But your microbiome is simultaneously being carpet-bombed from 3 directions you probably haven't considered. Antibiotics, life-saving in a genuine crisis, but when overused for minor infections or consumed passively through non-organic meat, they function like a forest fire. They kill the pathogens, yes, they also kill the entire ecosystem. Microbiome diversity can take months to recover from a single course. Pesticides, specifically residues on produce. Many pesticides are designed to kill microbial life in weeds and insects. When you eat them daily, you're introducing low-level antimicrobial compounds directly into your gut garden. The EPA says the doses are safe. Your gut bacteria would like a second opinion. Chlorinated tap water, necessary for public infrastructure, genuinely problematic if you're drinking it all day. Chlorine's job is to kill bacteria in pipes. It does not stop doing that job when it enters your body. The strategy here is defensive and simple. Choose organic for the dirty dozen. The produce with highest pesticide residue, strawberries, spinach, grapes, among others. Run your tap water through a basic carbon filter. Be judicious with antibiotics, and if you do need a course, actively rebuild your microbiome diversity afterward. Stop the daily assault so the other 4 mechanisms can actually do their job. Your gut is forgiving. The intestinal lining replaces itself every few days. That means you're not fighting decades of damage. You're working with a system that wants to recover if you get out of its way. Here's your protocol, not a summary, a plan you start today. 1. Close the kitchen between meals. 4 to 5 hours, no snacks. Let the street sweeper run. 2. Add plant variety, not plant volume. Track how many different species you eat this week. Get to 30. Herbs and spices count. 3. Set an eating window. Pick an 8 to 10 hour window aligned with daylight. Start tonight. Don't eat after 8 p.m. 4. 3 breaths before every meal. Non-negotiable. Exhale longer than you inhale. Turn the power on before you eat. 5. Filter your water. Wash your produce. Go organic on the dirty dozen. Stop the daily chemical load. None of these cost money. None require a supplement. They require only that you respect the operating manual of a system that's been running since before you were born. As someone with no gut whatsoever, I can tell you with full skeletal authority, you'd miss it if it stopped working. Don't wait until it does. If this breakdown gave you something useful, subscribe. I want to hear in the comments. Which of these 5 is your biggest weak point right now? Tell me below, and I'll see you in the next one.